Welcome back, Grandmama.
Good morning. I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry, and I just want to thank everyone for your prayers, for your words of encouragement to us while we were going through this trying time. But we're all trying to get back now to a routine, and so today I am going to make for you something that is going to be so good. It is kind of like a bacon chicken casserole type thing. Probably not like any casserole you've ever seen, but it's gonna be good. Y'all know anytime we have bacon, it's gonna be good. So I got bacon here, but before we, this is a chicken bacon vegetable casserole, and I've got my chicken already cut behind me. It's cut in little pieces, and we're gonna wrap it in bacon. But before that, I have to marinate my chicken in a sauce. And now I've got my recipe down. I've got my ingredients down here because I can't remember them all. All right, it takes 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. So we'll put that in our little dish here. All right. Now it takes 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and I've already got it measured out here. All right. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. It calls for honey, but I am going to use stevia. And it only calls for 1 teaspoon of honey, but I'm putting 2 teaspoons of stevia in it. Now you can, no, I'm sorry, this is allulose. You can use honey, you can use allulose, swerve, monk fruit, stevia, whatever you use as your sweetener. All right, now it calls for 1 teaspoon of, let me get another measuring spoon. Some of these, my measuring spoons will not go down in these jars, so I have to use the ones that will. So this is 1 teaspoon of, now this is smoked paprika. I didn't have any regular paprika, so I just used the smoked paprika. I think it'll give it a really nice flavor. All right, and it's 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of mustard. Now, you can use honey mustard, you can use Dijon mustard, which is what I'm using today, or you can use plain yellow mustard. And it calls for 1 teaspoon, so that was about 1 teaspoon, not even hardly enough to taste, but it will give it a good flavor. And it is 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay. Now this is going to be our marinade, and we are going to marinate our chicken in this for 30 minutes. And while that's marinating, then I will get all my veggies and everything cut up. Okay, let me get all of this off the table. I think, let me check, make sure I've got everything. Soy sauce, lemon juice, olive oil, mustard, sweetener, paprika, salt, pepper. Okay, I'm gonna put all of this over here, and this is my chicken. Now I have got my chicken cut in little thin slices. I want it thicker than this. I want my chicken about that thick when I wrap it in my bacon, so I'll just put 2 together. But what I'm gonna do is just stir all this up together, and I'm going to put it over my chicken. I'll just stir it up with my hands. And I'm going to let it marinate for 30 minutes. And every once in a while, I'll take tongs and I'll mix this up good. Make sure all my chicken is in my... Now you can do this in a Ziploc bag if you want to. So all you do is just mash your Ziploc bag, and all your marinade is. Doesn't that look good? All right.
Looks good.
I think I've got everything covered. Let me wash my hands. Y'all know I keep good hot soapy water in my sink.
With bleach.
With bleach, yes. All right, I'm gonna put this over. I'm not gonna put it in the refrigerator because it's really, really cold. And so I'm not gonna put this in the refrigerator because I want it not room temperature, but I want it a little warmer than it is when I wrap it in my bacon. All right, now, I'll be back in just a minute. Let me get all this put away. I will get all my veggies out and we'll prep those. By that time, my chicken should be ready and we'll start cooking. All right, now we're fixing to get our veggies ready while our chicken is marinating. We're doing red onion, and it's one whole medium red onion, and I'll show you how I'm gonna cut it. I wish I had fresh mushrooms, but I don't, so I'm going to use canned ones. And we've got about 1 crown of broccoli cut in bite-sized pieces. I've got a red pepper, and I've got a yellow pepper already cut up. I'm going to cut my carrots in like little slices, and I'm putting radishes in them. I could put potatoes, and you can put potatoes, but I'm using radishes. And we're also using celery and zucchini. Now, if you have a big zucchini like this one, don't throw it away. You can always peel it like I've done, and I cut it, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and do that because this middle is real soft, and what my mama always said, pethy, means it's really soft. And so what I do is I cut all those seeds out like that, and I throw that away.
You leave the pethy behind, don't you?
I leave the pethy behind. Yep. And then I am going to cut this. I'm going to cut this in half, and then I'm going to cut it in little pieces like this.
Yeah. Because the wall of the zucchini doesn't cook apart.
No,
it maintains doesn't. Like a potato.
Yeah, but the seeds, they would just cook apart. They wouldn't be good. Okay. Now, if you have a smaller zucchini, yeah, use the whole thing. But on this, I'm just using the outside of it, the wall of it. All right. And I'm cutting this in just little pieces. And I may not use all of what I have here. Matter of fact, I'm only going to use about a cup. So, I think that's probably, I'll do one more. And I'll use this, I'll fry this. I'll use this for something else. I will not throw it away though. All right, there's a little place right there. Just cut it out. And I'm gonna cut it. It's about the size of a matchstick, but wider. All right. Now, I got my zucchini. I'm gonna put it right here, because I'm going to be sauteing all this together in just a few minutes. But they all cook at different times, so I'll do my onions first, then I'll do my carrots and my peppers. And okay, I've got this many, and I want about a cup of each vegetable. So I'm just slicing my radishes. And like I say, if you want potatoes or another veggie, cauliflower, that's what you use. But
radishes are almost 0 carbs.
And a lot of times, instead of potatoes, I use radishes or turnip root, or as a lot of y'all say, turnips. In the South, turnips is the whole thing, the root and the leaf. And if you want turnip greens, you say turnip greens. If you want turnip roots, you say turnip roots. But I know a lot of y'all, when you say turnips, you just mean the root. All right, now this is my celery. And I'm going to do about 1/2 cup of celery. And I've already got all the strings out. Okay. So this was about 2 good stalks of celery. I've already got it cut. And I'm cutting it smaller than I do my, I'm cutting it about the same size as the carrots. Because I don't like to get a big old chunk of celery. I like the flavor of it in my food, but I don't like to get a big chunk. So, all right, now, I'm going to do the carrots the same way. Let me show you how I'm going to do mine. All right, I want about 1 cup of peppers. So I've probably got 1/2 cup of of yellow, orange right here. And I'm gonna do 1/2 cup of red because I want about 1 cup of each vegetable except my celery and carrots. And I want 1/2 cup of them. So I just cut it in half. I want it about the same size as my zucchini was. Because when you're prepping your food, you want it all about the same. All your veggies about the same size. It just cooks better. Okay. I'm going to show you how I'm going to cut my onions. I have a lot of this prep, but we're putting a lot of these veggies in. And I wanted to show you just how I wanted to do them. Now my carrots, it was 1 whole carrot. And the small end, I just cut it in circles. When I got down to a little bigger, I cut it in half, and then I cut it in quarters. And then I'm just going to cut it like this. In little rounds, just like I've got the other. Okay? All right, I'll put that. Now, I'll show you how I'm going to do my onion. I've already got 1/2 of it cut. I cut it in half, then I cut it in quarters, and then I just slice it like this. So, I'm going to get all this ready. I'm going to turn my burner on behind me. We're going to saute these while my chicken is cooking. While my chicken is marinating, and we'll be back.
We're back, Grandmama.
All right, y'all, we are fixing to saute our vegetables, and we're going to start out with our onions. So, I've got my saucepan on medium-high. And let me get a wooden spoon because y'all like for me to use that when I'm sauteing veggies. This is a non-stick pan, but there's a little piece of carrot in there, but that's okay. So I'm going to cook this. I'm going to put some oregano, some Italian seasoning and some garlic, but I'm not going to do that until I get most of my veggies in here. I'm going to cook this for about probably 3 or 4 minutes. Then I'm going to put my carrots and peppers in. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put my radishes because it takes a little longer for radishes to cook than it does the other. So I'm going to go ahead and cook them in with the... So the way I do this is the vegetable that takes the longest to cook is what I put in first. And then I will gradually put my others in. And I'm also going to put my celery and carrots just because I want them, it takes carrots a little bit longer and I want them to get soft. So,
And if you're not accustomed to cooking radishes, as you cook radishes, they lose any strong flavor that they have, unless you get the really, really strong radishes, which we don't.
Sometimes they'll have a little bite to them, a little spicy. When you cook them, they lose that. All right, now I'm going to put salt and pepper. This is just to your taste. Oops, salt and pepper. All right, now I'll put my minced garlic in a little bit later. So we're going to cook these about probably until, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. I hate to give y'all a time because sometimes it's different times. Sometimes they'll cook quicker than they do others, and it's according to what temperature you have it on. So, but I'll always have the recipe in the description box. I'll tell you exactly how long it took. So we'll be back as soon as these cook, as long as I wanted to.
It's looking better, baby.
I know. All right, y'all, I have got my onions, my radishes, my carrots, my celery, and I put mushrooms. I put like a small can of mushrooms. I wish I had the fresh ones, but I didn't. And this is about a cup of zucchini and a cup of peppers, red and orange peppers. All right. And I'm going to finish cooking these. Uh-oh, I left one. I'm going to finish cooking. I'm going to cook these for a little bit. Now, I don't want to put my broccoli in there right now because if you know anything about broccoli, it only takes 2 or 3 minutes. And it's got to cook in the oven, so I don't want it to get mushy. So after my zucchini and my peppers cook a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and put mine. That is 1 teaspoon. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, and I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of oregano. And I'm going to go ahead and cook it in with this. And I'm not going to show you when I put my broccoli in, but I'm going to cook this probably 3 more minutes or so until my my zucchini and onions get soft. Then I'll put my broccoli in.
Grandma, that looks so good.
Now, if you want just stir fry, this is it right here. No meat, no anything. This is a perfect side dish. Right here.
It's delicious.
You can put it over rice. You can just eat it plain. Now, we would not use rice. We would just eat it like this as a side dish. So, this is a wonderful, wonderful, eat it just like this. Don't put it in a casserole. Just eat it like a stir fry. All right. Ultimate and healthy right here. Okay, y'all. I've got my chicken has been marinating about 30 minutes. And this wonderful, wonderful sauce. Now, I told y'all I cut them thin. Not on purpose, but so you just take and you make a cross. I'm sorry, I didn't show y'all that. I'll show it to you on the next one. All right, you make a cross out of your bacon like this. And you want thin bacon, you do not want thick bacon. All right, then you take your chicken. Now for y'all, it'll just be 1 piece of chicken, but since mine's thin, I'm putting 2 pieces. You wrap it in like a little bundle, just like this. All right, I'm gonna slide my grease off, my oil off, because it's getting a little warm back there. All right. So you try to get, I'm trying to get the same size pieces. All right, you just wrap it like that. You wrap this one like that. Make a little bundle, just like that.
Bacon bundled chicken.
Bacon bundled chicken. Casserole.
Yep, bacon bundled chicken casserole.
Because it is going in a casserole.
She was wondering what she was going to name this. Well, we just did, I guess.
Bacon bundled chicken casserole.
Yep.
Sounds good to me. All right. I think I'm going to have 7 pieces. 7 bundles, I think. I counted my chicken, and I think that's, when I counted it, I think that's what I came up with. So, all right, I'm telling you, this chicken and that marinade looks so good and smells delicious. All right. Okay, I've got 2 more, I think 2 more to do. And then I'll bring y'all back whenever I start to put it in the pan and brown the bacon.
Now we are frying bacon chicken bundles. And this is just to get the bacon cooked, really, isn't it, darling?
Yeah.
Because you're going to
Well, it won't
cook the chicken in the...
Yeah, it won't cook all the way through. But it'll brown. It's about a bigger pan, I guess.
You just got one more to put in there, so you'll be all right.
Yeah. Yep. All right. I'm not going to put that in right now. I was thinking about putting my marinade. You know what I am. I'm going to put the marinade over my bacon like this because I want all this flavor. There's a lot of flavor in this marinade, y'all. And if you were to throw it away, you'd be throwing away a lot of
seasoning.
Good seasoning.
Good stuff.
And I had one little bitty piece of chicken. I'm going to put it right there. Because I'll eat that as a little snack while this is cooking. Or Roy will.
Rose, that is smelling wonderful.
I know. It's smelling so good. And y'all, please don't throw this marinade away.
What?
All right.
We know the big thing is keeping your hands washed.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Y'all can't see her, but she's washing her hands in the bleach water.
I always do.
I know, but they just don't always know you're doing it.
No.
So sometimes we get somebody that says, you didn't wash your hands. Well, you didn't see her go to the sink.
I wash it about 20 or 30 times when I'm cooking, I tell you.
And when she ran a restaurant, she learned to keep low-level amount of bleach sanitizer in the dishwater all the time, and so she's always done that.
That was something that our inspectors made us do. Okay. We're going to let this cook. And then I'm going to make a sauce that I'm going to pour over this. I can go ahead and do that, honey, while...
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to do that while my bacon is cooking. Let me get all my things out here.
Okay.
Now, you don't have to do this, but I want something to bind all of this together. You don't have to. You can just pour your veggies over your chicken, but I want something to bind mine together. So, and this is mayo on this spatula right here. All right, I'm gonna put about a half a cup of mayo. Now you can use Greek yogurt in this. I just I don't have any Greek yogurt right now.
Sour cream? A little sour cream in it?
I may use a little sour cream. All right. I'm gonna start out with 2 eggs. I may put 3. I'm not sure. I got 3 out just in case.
But you're not really going for a thick binder, are you? You're just wanting a little something.
No, yeah.
Mostly just letting
something to bind it together. Okay. I'm gonna mix my egg, and I may put a little heavy cream in it instead of sour cream. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just a little heavy cream. I think that'll. I think I want to put a little seasoning in this. So I'm going to put just a little dash of garlic. And y'all, this is the way you do when you cook. If you think of something that might be good in it, then try it. If it wasn't, leave it out next time. But this is the way I've always cooked. If Roy, he'll say, honey, that just seems like it would be really good. We'll try it, and sometimes it is, sometimes it's not, and I do the same thing. All right, I'm putting like probably a half a cup of heavy cream. Okay, I think that is, I'm going to put a little black pepper in it. I think that's going to be my binder. I'm not going to put that third egg.
It's thick enough?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
It's going to be. And I can't decide if I want to put cheese in it. All right, y'all, look at this.
Oh my goodness, Grandma.
Look at this. Wow. Look at those bundles. See how brown? Y'all talk about good.
If that won't titillate your tester, I don't know what it will.
I know. Wow. All right. We are just going to keep cooking, and we're going to let our bacon brown on this side, and then we're going to put all this together, and by that time, I will have decided whether I want to put cheese in or not. So we're just going to keep cooking, y'all.
Grandma, you won't do sometimes. Are the bacon bundles ready?
Oh, yeah. They are ready.
Wow.
Let me tell you. Now, I could eat it just like this. Look at that. Y'all. Wow. I think I could have used a smaller casserole dish. No. Think it's going to take this one. All right.
Wow. Wow.
Now, I think on here, I am going to just sprinkle a little. This is Parmesan cheese. I'm not Parmesan. This is mozzarella. I did not want any cheese that had a really strong taste to it. That's the reason I chose mozzarella. Okay, now we are going to put our veggies on top of this. I want y'all to look at this. Now you talk about good.
Whoa. Whoa.
Now you can double this if you want a really big casserole. This is like probably this is not a 9 by 13. It's the next size down. So let me undo it better like this. Okay. Just put your veggies. Now remember, I put that mozzarella cheese over the bacon and chicken. All right. Now.
Wow.
I know. Doesn't that look good?
Wow. Why don't you just drizzle in?
Yeah. And you want it to where it'll kind of drizzle, it'll go down in between. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put it all.
I knew that was coming.
All right. Now, I'm going to put the rest of this. Now, this was probably a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. It wasn't much at all.
Now, this may seem like she didn't know what she was going to do with this casserole, and that's the exact truth. But she cooks and creates out of intuition and knowledge of what she's doing. She started creating dishes when she owned the restaurant, and in the many cooking contests she used to enter. And so she just likes to create when she's cooking.
I do. Now, this is Parmesan cheese, y'all, and I probably did a half a cup, maybe a third of a cup of that, because I don't want cheese to be my predominantly main flavor in here. So leave out the cheese if you're dairy free. Don't put if you can't have the heavy cream, the mayo, don't put it in. Just leave it like it was.
I assure you it'll be delicious because we have tasted of it.
It will be delicious. All right. I've got my oven set on 350 degrees. I'm going to cook this for about 30 minutes. My chicken is not quite done. It's almost done though. All my veggies are done. So we're just cooking it long enough to let my cheese melt, my chicken finish cooking, and we'll be back with y'all. All right, y'all. This is our bacon bundle chicken casserole, chicken and vegetable casserole. I cooked it 35 minutes.
Y'all want to see that?
Don't turn it up so, baby.
Oh, you think it'll pour out?
Well, I just don't know what it'll do when you turn it upside down. He gets zealous sometimes, isn't he?
Zealous. That's a
Zealous,
good word,
yeah,
isn't it?
he gets overzealous. Okay, we're about to taste of it. So what you do, you go down in, and where one of those little bundles is,
You're just going to harvest a bundle.
you just scoop it out like this.
Oh, my.
And then you get some of these veggies. Oh my goodness,
Now, that's cheating, Rose.
y'all.
Look at that.
I've let it cool a little bit, but not much. Y'all look at that. All right, baby.
I'm going to let you go first, girl.
I'm gonna cut it. All right. It smells delicious. Wow.
It certainly smells delicious. You got that right.
I want some of that bacon. Y'all,
How the vegetables?
I haven't tasted yet.
Well, I know. I want to know how the vegetables are. That looks so good, honey. My goodness. All those vegetables and mushrooms and mozzarella cheese, little Parmesan cheese, carrots, radishes.
This, y'all, it's one of the best casseroles I've ever had. This is delicious.
It is so good. I mean, I can smell all of that.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that good?
Mm-hmm.
Don't leave out anything. Make it just like this. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is wonderful. I'm not even fond of mushrooms, and these mushrooms are good.
She is really not fond of mushrooms, but it's the texture. She doesn't like the texture. Wow.
But it's delicious in here. We haven't had lunch, y'all, and it's lunchtime.
Yeah, but those vegetables, you don't even have to have the chicken and the bacon for those vegetables to be delicious.
All right. Y'all make this. This is so, so good.
People ask us sometimes, they say, well, what are you going to eat if you're eating low glycemic or you're eating healthy foods? There's about 14 different things in that casserole, all of which you don't have to put in. But you can eat almost anything except you just have to manage the 5 whites: the bread, white wheat, potatoes, sugar, pasta, rice. You just manage those, and everything else is 99% everything else is low glycemic. There is almost no glycemic load in this dish, and it is marvelous. It is healthy. It is filling, and I want some more.
All right, y'all. Food feeds the family. Family feeds the heart. God feeds the soul. Put deliciousness back in your healthy food. See y'all next time. Love you.
Thank you for watching us. Thank you for praying for us. Thank you for loving us. And we sure do enjoy putting on these videos for you.
Love
God
y'all.
bless.